Ford has built engines that will run 400,000 miles, and engines that quietly bankrupt owners. The problem is, most people can't tell the difference until it's too late. Today, I'm breaking Ford's engine lineup into two clear lists: 5 engines you need to research very carefully, and 5 that have earned legendary reliability through real-world data. Stay until the end, because the most reliable Ford engine isn't the one Ford is advertising, and buying the wrong one could cost you tens of thousands. Starting with 5 Ford engines to research carefully. Number 5, 6.4-liter Power Stroke Diesel, 2008 to 2010. The 6.4-liter Power Stroke Diesel is frequently cited by diesel specialists as one of Ford's most high-maintenance diesel platforms. This engine is known for fuel dilution, where diesel thins the oil, cooling system leaks, and emissions hardware issues that can leave you stranded on the roadside. While meticulous maintenance can help some units reach 200,000 miles, the cost of repairing major fuel or internal failures often exceeds the market value of the truck, leading many owners to opt for a full engine swap. The fuel dilution problem occurs when the diesel particulate filter regeneration process doesn't complete properly, dumping raw fuel into the oil pan and destroying bearing surfaces. Cooling system problems are equally serious, with head gasket failures and radiator issues being common complaints from owners. The emission system adds significant heat load that Ford's cooling capacity wasn't adequate to handle in sustained heavy-duty operation. According to Consumer Reports reliability data, this engine requires more frequent attention than many diesel owners expect, with particular sensitivity to fuel quality and emissions system maintenance that can cost thousands when components fail. Number 4, 5.4-liter Triton, V8, 3-valve, 2004 to 2010. The 5.4-liter Triton, V8 with 3-valve heads, is a capable engine that is notoriously sensitive to oil quality and change intervals. This engine is documented for cam phaser rattle and timing chain tensioner failure, along with the infamous 2-piece spark plugs that can break during removal, requiring special extraction tools. Using the wrong oil weight or extending change intervals can starve the top end of oil, accelerating timing wear. If you hear a diesel knock on a warm idle, the phasers are likely nearing the end of their life. The timing chain. Tensioners are hydraulically operated and extremely sensitive to oil condition and viscosity specifications. When the spark plugs break during removal, you need special extraction tools and sometimes cylinder headwork to remove the broken pieces. This problem varies by model year and maintenance history, but it's common enough that Ford technicians keep special removal tools on hand. RepairPal data shows timing-related repairs typically range from $3,000 to $7,000 when cam phasers and timing chains need replacement. The engine can provide reliable service when maintained religiously with the correct oil specifications, but neglecting maintenance leads to expensive failures that often exceed the vehicle's value. Number 3, 6-liter Power Stroke Diesel, 2003 to 2007. The 6-liter Power Stroke is a high-performance engine that often requires significant aftermarket support to reach its full potential. Common failure points include head bolt stretch, EGR cooler clogs, and oil cooler plugging that can cause catastrophic engine damage. Bulletproofing is a common industry term for installing head studs and upgraded coolers. These packages typically run between $4,000 and $8,000 depending on the shop, but they are widely considered essential for long-term reliability by diesel specialists and enthusiast communities. The head bolt stretch problem occurs when factory bolts can't maintain proper clamping force under turbocharger boost and combustion pressure. When head bolts stretch, you get head gasket failures and potential engine damage. The EGR cooler is prone to clogging and failure, potentially dumping coolant into the intake system. Oil cooler plugging causes oil starvation and bearing damage. According to motor fleet maintenance data, many owners have spent more on bulletproofing modifications than they would have paid for a different truck with a reliable engine. When properly bulletproofed, the 6-liter can be reliable, but requiring thousands in modifications to achieve basic reliability is unacceptable for a truck that cost $40,000 plus when new. Number 2, 1-liter EcoBoost, Fox, early wet belt models. The 1-liter EcoBoost is an efficient 3-cylinder engine with a specific high-stakes maintenance requirement that creates a unique failure mode. This engine uses a wet belt running in oil for both the timing and the oil pump, and as of 2025, Ford has issued Recall 23S64 for certain models because the oil pump belt can lose teeth and clog the oil pickup. While many belts reach their 100,000-mile service interval without issues, proactive inspection is mandatory because belt degradation leads to oil starvation and total engine failure. The wet belt system appears in Fiesta, Focus, and EcoSport models from specific production years, representing a cost-cutting measure disguised as advanced technology. When the belt degrades, rubber particles and metal debris circulate through the oil system, clogging the pickup screen and starving the engine of lubrication. This isn't a gradual failure, it's sudden and catastrophic. The repair cost isn't just belt replacement. You're looking at complete engine rebuild or replacement because oil starvation damages bearings, pistons, and cylinder walls. Ford's engineering documents show they were aware of the potential for belt degradation, but the cost savings were too attractive to pass up. If you own a vehicle with this engine, belt inspection isn't optional, it's survival. Number 1, 3.8-liter Essex, V6, late 80s to early 2000s. The 3.8-liter Essex V6 is a classic Ford engine with a documented history of head gasket vulnerabilities that plagued models like the Windstar and older Mustangs. Head gasket failure was a frequent issue, often occurring before 100,000 miles and leading to coolant entering the cylinders. This can cause severe damage, including hydrolock, where liquid coolant prevents pistons from completing their stroke, potentially bending connecting rods or cracking cylinder walls. The original composite head gaskets weren't adequate for the thermal stresses and combustion pressures this engine generated during normal operation. Buyers today should look for evidence that updated multi-layer steel gaskets were installed during a previous repair, as these provide much better sealing and durability. The engine also suffered from intake manifold gasket failures that could cause vacuum leaks and poor performance. According to J.D. Power Vehicle Dependability Studies, this engine consistently scored below average for reliability during its production run. While some units provided acceptable service, the head gasket issue was common enough that it became a known characteristic of the engine. Repair costs for head gasket replacement typically exceeded $2,000. And if the failure caused internal engine damage, total repair costs could approach the vehicle's value. Now, for 5 Ford engines known for exceptional reliability. Number 5, 2.7-liter EcoBoost, V6, 2015 to now. The 2.7-liter EcoBoost stands out as the most reliable of Ford's turbocharged engines, representing a surprisingly tough turbo engine that often outlasts its larger V6 siblings. Like the 6.7-liter diesel, it uses a compacted graphite iron CGI block that provides superior strength and durability compared to aluminum construction. This engine has proven to have fewer timing-related issues than the early 3.5-liter EcoBoost engines and compares favorably to many modern turbo V6 rivals in long-term durability testing. The robust foundation helps handle turbocharger boost and high combustion pressures without the catastrophic failures associated with smaller EcoBoost designs. Fleet data shows this engine often reaching high mileage without the timing chain problems that plagued earlier turbocharged Ford engines. The turbocharger system appears more robust than previous designs, and the engine management system is more conservative in its tuning approach. Regular maintenance is critical, particularly oil changes using the specified synthetic oil, as the turbochargers are sensitive to oil quality, and the direct injection system requires periodic carbon cleaning. According to Consumer Reports reliability data, when properly maintained with 5,000-mile oil changes, many owners report trouble-free operation well into six-figure mileage. The key is understanding that this is a high-performance engine requiring high-performance maintenance, but it rewards proper care with reliable operation. Number 4. 6.7-liter Power Stroke Diesel, 2011 to now. The 6.7-liter Power Stroke is Ford's premier in-house diesel, built for heavy-duty cycles and representing the company's successful redemption after previous diesel disasters. This engine features a strong compacted graphite iron CGI block, and while early 2011 to 2014 units had turbo quirks, the 2017 to 2026 versions are regarded as incredibly robust. Fleet data shows these engines commonly reach 300,000 to 500,000 miles in hot-shot towing duties, though they require strict adherence to fuel filter and DEF system maintenance. The emission system is complex but generally reliable when properly maintained, unlike the problematic systems on the 6-liter and 6.4-liter predecessors. What sets the 6.7-liter apart is Ford's conservative approach to power tuning and robust component sizing. The engine is capable of much higher power output than Ford's factory tune, providing significant safety margins for durability. Commercial operators report exceptional reliability when maintenance schedules are followed religiously. The fuel injection system is more robust than previous designs, and the turbocharger system has proven durable in sustained high-load applications. According to Motor Fleet maintenance records, this engine represents Ford's best diesel offering in decades, combining modern performance with the kind of durability that commercial operators demand for their bottom line. Number 3, 5-liter Coyote V8, 2011 to now. The 5-liter Coyote V8 is the modern naturally aspirated V8 hero that avoids the complexity of turbocharging while offering plenty of power for most applications. This high-tech engine uses advanced features like dual overhead cams and variable valve timing, but Ford implemented these technologies conservatively. Aside from some reported oil consumption in Gen 3 models, 2018 to 2020, owners are regularly seeing 200,000 to 300,000 plus miles with consistent 5,000-mile oil changes. The engine responds well to proper maintenance and doesn't require exotic fluids or special procedures that plague some modern engines. The timing chain system, while more complex than older engines, has proven reliable when maintained properly. The variable valve timing system is robust and doesn't exhibit the problems that plague competitors' implementations. Despite its advanced technology, most maintenance can be performed with standard tools by competent technicians. Consumer Reports data shows the Coyote as one of the more reliable modern V8 engines, particularly when compared to turbocharged alternatives. The naturally aspirated design eliminates turbocharger-related failures while delivering competitive power output. For buyers seeking modern performance with reasonable reliability expectations, the Coyote represents Ford's best current naturally aspirated offering, proving that advanced engineering and reliability can coexist when done properly. Number 2, 300 cubic inch, 4.9 liters, inline 6, 1965 to 1996. The 300 cubic inch inline 6 is the indestructible tractor engine that built Ford's reputation for bulletproof reliability. This engine uses a rugged timing gear drive instead of a chain or belt, meaning it virtually never needs timing service throughout its entire operational life. With basic care, it is not uncommon to see these engines surpass 400,000 miles without major internal work. It is a low-revving, high-torque workhorse that was designed for commercial duty with massive internal components and conservative tuning that prioritizes longevity over peak performance. The timing gears are cut from steel and run in oil, creating a timing system that can outlast multiple engine rebuilds. There are no tensioners to fail, no guides to wear out, and no belts to break. Just gears and steel doing what they do best. Fleet maintenance records show this engine typically requires only routine maintenance throughout its service life, with major repairs being exceptionally rare. The engine's conservative tuning means it's barely working under normal conditions, which explains why these engines regularly went 200,000 plus miles without major work. According to J.D. Power reliability studies, this engine represents the pinnacle of Ford's engineering capability, when durability was the primary design goal. The only limitation is modest power output, but for applications where reliability matters more than performance, the 306 remains unmatched in automotive history. Number 1, 4.6-liter modular V8 2-valve 1991 to 2014. The 4.6-liter modular V8 with 2-valve heads is the million-mile engine of the American taxi and police fleet, representing peak American design when Ford hit the perfect balance between simplicity and capability. This engine was designed for 24/7 operation in Crown Victorias and town cars, built when manufacturers expected vehicles to last. It is not uncommon to find high-mileage fleet examples with 350,000 to 450,000 miles still in service, proving that sometimes simpler really is better. The engine uses a simple, reliable valve train with hydraulic lifters and proven port injection technology, avoiding the complexity that plagues modern engines. What makes this engine legendary is its tolerance for neglect. While proper maintenance is recommended, the 4.6-liter has shown remarkable resilience even when oil changes are extended or lower quality fluids are used. The conservative tuning and robust internal components provide significant safety margins that modern engines lack. Police departments and taxi companies consistently report this engine as one of the most economical power plants ever produced when total cost of ownership is considered. Consumer Reports reliability data consistently shows the 4.6-liter 2-valve as one of the most dependable engines of its era. The repair costs when something does go wrong are reasonable because it uses common, readily available parts with no exotic materials or proprietary components. Any competent mechanic can work on this engine with standard tools, making it the last of the truly user-serviceable engines. Ford's engine reliability varies dramatically depending on specific design and model year. The company has produced some of the most durable engines in automotive history, alongside some that require careful consideration and maintenance planning. The key for buyers is researching specific engines rather than relying on brand reputation alone. A Ford with the right engine will provide decades of reliable service, while choosing the wrong engine can lead to unexpected expenses that can exceed the vehicle's value. When evaluating any Ford engine, consider the maintenance history, operating conditions, and your own maintenance capabilities. Many reliability issues stem from maintenance neglect, incorrect oil specifications, or improper operating procedures, rather than inherent design flaws alone. For maximum reliability, naturally aspirated engines like the 4.6-liter V8 and 306 remain hard to beat for long-term ownership. Modern engines like the Coyote V8 offer good reliability with better performance, while turbocharged engines require more maintenance attention but can be reliable when properly cared for. The engines to avoid aren't necessarily bad designs, but they require more knowledge, maintenance, and financial preparation than many owners expect. Understanding these differences can save you thousands in repair costs and years of frustration. If this video helped you understand Ford engine reliability, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest automotive advice. Let me know in the comments about your Ford engine experiences. Both good and bad stories help other viewers make informed decisions. Remember, the best engine choice depends on your specific needs, maintenance capabilities, and risk tolerance. Choose wisely based on documented reliability data rather than marketing claims. And always remember that proper maintenance beats cutting-edge technology every single time.